Hi Gemini, welcome to your June 2023 Life Sector Tarot reading with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. So these are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs, but you want to make sure that you watch all three so that you know which one you resonate with most. They are purely tarot, there's no astrology in these, so watch them for whichever one does work for you. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So remember, these are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, let me give these a good shuffle. All right, pop those down. So for your actions and plans, you've got the Ten of Swords. You are cutting something out for good with the Hermit card. Potentially this is with somebody that is older than you, and you've got this with the Moon card, right? So this suggests that there is maybe a challenge or an issue or a dispute that you've had with a sibling that's older, but for a lot of you it looks like this may very well be a parent or a grandparent. Now there's something from the past that has been either a pattern or a cycle that comes up for you continuously, and it's like this month you say to yourself, no way, I'm done, I've had enough, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm not getting into it anymore. So I love this. Now, I forgot to mention, if you are a Gemini, a June-born Gemini, happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. Remember to fill the day of your birthday with a little bit of everything that you want in this entire year to have in it. And also, if you haven't got your seat yet, the Venus, the Bounty of Venus, Regal Venus webinar is open and available for your purchasing pleasure. You can get that on the link in the description box below. This is a big deal because Venus is going to be in the sign of Leo for the next 4 months. This is for you in your third house, which is all to do with your work and your day-to-day routine, your habits on that daily level, right? Communications, because the third house is the house that naturally is your natural affinity. So if you want to find out about that, astrology, human design, lots of goodies as well, get into it. All right, now for your career and communications, you've got the Knight of Swords with the Five of Cups, okay, and the Eight of Swords. This is really interesting, right? So I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm going to start with those of you that are employed. For those of you that are employed, it looks like you're about to hand your notice in. And I've got to tell you, it looks like your employer is not going to accept that notice. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a lot of kickback this month. Like, let's say you go to your boss and say, right, you know, I'm leaving, I'm unhappy, I'm whatever, and they say to you, no, we don't want you to go. And they'll start to open up a dialogue or some kind of negotiations, which could be very nice for you because that gives you, you know, puts you in a strong position, basically. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, here it's not so easy. There's potentially discussions here around how you continue or how you finish out your studies. So it wouldn't be a surprise to me if maybe a lot of you think about either changing your major, maybe some of you think about changing the location, maybe you want to go to a different school completely, a different university, a different college, etc. There is a disruption to the education here this month, I'm sorry to say. Now, for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, and also a little bit for those of you that are employed by somebody else, there's an issue here around a commute. Maybe this is, you know, it could be something as simple as a recurring issue on one of the roads that you take to drive to work every day. That road is shut and it means it adds like an extra 15, 20, 35 minutes to your, you know, to your daily travel. There's something here about the journey that comes up that you're not going to be happy about this month. I'm really sorry to say. Factor that in, all right, so that you're aware and you can find a way around it. And then for those of you that are retired and no longer working, this is potentially a tough conversation around somebody's health, maybe that you've brought up before. Maybe you say to a partner, look, you know, the way that you're smoking, the way that you're drinking, it's not good. You know, you need to look after yourself more. And it's almost like whatever you're saying just keeps falling on deaf ears. And there's a part of you that is, excuse me, There's a part of you that's locked into, emotionally you're locked in, right? So you can't get away from it, but there's a part of you that's like, something's got to give, because eventually, you know, even if it does hurt me, I will have to kind of bring this situation to an end. And it looks like for some of you, this has been a recurring issue or situation anyway. It's almost like, you know, when you see somebody hurting themselves and eventually you have to just kind of step back and say, you know what, in order to not be so emotionally swayed or affected by this, I actually have to let you get on with it, because now it's starting to distress and affect me and my life, right? Hard place to be in. For your love and relations, you've got the Six of Cups. With the Four of Cups, there's a lot of emotions and thoughts going on here. And look, with the High Priestess. For a select few of you, this is a crush. For those of you that are single and looking to mingle, and I'm sorry to say, maybe even for a select few of you who are partnered, this could be somebody that reveals an interest in you that goes, you know, beyond, or maybe this, and for a lot of you, this will be somebody that you've known for a long time, or someone that you've been friends with for a long time could come forward and say, look, head over heels for you. I want to date you. Is there any chance that we could do or be or get this whole thing on? And I don't know. I don't know which way you'll go. All I can tell you is you have a secret admirer who has probably been pining for you for quite some time. And when they reveal themselves, you might be very surprised. Now, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, that funk that you and your relationship have been in is about to come to an end in one of two ways, right? So for those of you that know that your partner has been intimate with someone else, that has cheated on them, and it's been like this unspoken ugly thing in the room for, like, you know, years, right? And it's like, I don't want to leave you, but I don't really want to be with you, and being intimate with you gives me the fucking ick because I know that you've been with some other slag. You know, sorry, that's British slang for someone that's a bit of a ripper. Right? Which, listen, if you're out here trying to steal someone else's girlfriend, husband, wife, boyfriend, whatever, then in my opinion, I'm gonna keep it stum, because it will get bad. If you're out here trying to tease someone's other person or other half, then, you know, unfortunately, I don't have high esteem for you. All that aside, this could be some kind of mending where you actually say, you know what, yes, I'm ready to squash it now. Or potentially for some of you, you know, this could even be, let's say you've got a parent that constantly reminds you of the fact that your spouse or your, you know, other half has cheated. And you just say to them, look, you know what, can you butt out of my relationship? Yes, this sucks. Yes, it hurt. No, I'm not happy about it, but in order for me to truly move on and make the best out of the relationship that I have, I need you to shut up about this thing. That's one way that this could play out. Another way that it could be, this could be something that you and your partner have disagreed on for a really long time. Now comes good. It's like you find a way to say, okay, you know what, we're never going to agree on this, but actually the thing that we have in common is that we really do love each other. And there's going to be some kind of conversation that you guys have very much in secret that really clears the air. For your money and materials, you've got the Nine of Cups, so much water, with the Eight of Pentacles, okay, and the Justice card. This is a solid partnership, contract, or connection that comes through the work that enhances the earning potential. There is money to be made here. I would say probably over the course of this next 9 to 12 weeks. It looks like you're buddying up, partnering up, and you are making some serious coinage because of it. That Eight of Pentacles and the Justice card does suggest it is a lot of hard work, but it is absolutely going to be worth it. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, for a lot of you, this is you really working on your physical being, but also your spiritual, your internal self. It's like you're approaching your health from a dual perspective, and you're getting the best results from that, which I love for you. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this is potentially, I mean, you know, there's a curveball here as well for a select few of you. If you're single and you're having work done to your home, that admirer could be the person that's working on your, they might be working on your plumbing in more than one way. Rappy, bad, no. naughty. But, you know, it literally could be that. I would not actually be surprised if there's like an attraction that you know, maybe at first you're just like, oh, you know, you're really good looking. And before you know it, you're kind of like texting and, you know, for those of you that are single, and I don't condone anything else, all right? With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.